It was a really poor first half for us, about as poorly as you can play, and that really put us behind overall. And I didn't like the way that first half felt or looked, and it was really in all three phases. But when you have two turnovers and you give up two special teams touchdowns, that's the way the score is going to look. And in the second half we played better, and so I was glad that we responded well, and we'll learn a lot from this tape for sure.
The special teams touchdowns allowed, obviously you don't have all your first team guys out there, but some guys that are battling for spots and roles. Just how disappointing is it to have that type of performance on special teams?
I think I was disappointed because that's not the way we practiced this week. That's not the way those guys performed in practice, and to come out there and play that way, they're going to learn a lot from that. They're going to learn that the entire NFL is watching, and we're watching the entire NFL, and that's why these games are important when you're playing, and you need to make sure that you perform, or else, we'll find someone else who can. And so, I think that there'll be a lot of people that learn a lot from this tonight.
Do you have any update on Isaiah Spiller?
Just an ankle, Lindsay. We don't know the severity of it, but it should not be anything serious.
He had tweaked something in the scrimmage. Is it related to that, or is it separate?
It is not separate. Yes, sir.
Right, it looked like Dean didn't come back after that punt.
Yes.
Did something happen with him?
Yes, just of the soft tissue nature.
Will you talk about your short yardage and red zone defense, Coach?
I thought we defended just fine tonight. It's hard to really evaluate our defense after you give up that many points on special teams and your offense, turns the ball over twice. We responded to the first one well. The second one before the half, I wish we would have been able to knock that one out, but our guys competed hard. It felt like defensively certainly played well enough to win.
How did you feel like Easton played?
Easton was up and down. I think he would like to check that ball down on the first interception. That was a too deep zone, and I think that if he had to do it over again, he would check it down quicker. I feel like in the first half there were a lot of drops while he was playing that would have really changed the momentum of his drives. But outside of that one throw that I wish he would have checked down, I thought he played just fine.
What have you seen from Joshua Palmer throughout training camp and then tonight?
Yeah, Lindsay, I thought that Josh played well tonight. I felt him tonight. I thought on the long one on the left sideline, competing for a contested catch like that, the run after catch on the screen, I felt like he played really well. I felt like he had a really good week of practice against these guys, separation, moving around. I think he's playing with confidence, and that's why we wanted to get him in these games in the preseason. We know he's a starting caliber player, but, I think he can gain a lot of confidence, playing with Easton and Chase. And I thought tonight he was a real bright spot for us.
In terms of the running game, with the three running backs, obviously tough to get anything kind of going there with those three guys. Do you feel like that was up front blocking? Like, how much can you evaluate what those guys did?
It's all 11 guys, but all five running backs didn't do much tonight. I don't think any five of them played very well, so we'll just have to look at it. But just being out there on the field, I didn't think any of the five played very well tonight.
Are you concerned that you guys haven't generated any turnovers in the 8 quarters that you played so far?
No.
Brandon, your thoughts on Michael Bandy tonight?
Michael Bandy's been a real bright spot for us in the preseason. He's a competitor. He's doing a great job being friendly to our quarterback, getting open, making big catches, and he's a guy who's really taking advantage of his opportunities.
Alohi didn't play tonight.
Yes.
Is he dealing with something? It looked like
just a little bit of, was precautionary with him and Mark Webb, just keeping those guys kind of safe in hopes that they can play next week. So they, Lowe practiced well for us this week, but just wanted to make sure that, nothing happens to him.
What did you see out of Jamal Davis tonight and then also throughout training camp?
Jamal plays really hard, Daniel. He does exactly what he's asked. Plays, really puts his heart there on the field, and we really like that about him. He's a tough football player, and he's improving. I think coming from the CFL, there's a lot to learn, but I think he, really gives a lot to the game, and we really like coaching him.
How does that disrupt your operation when the monitors go out the way they did tonight?
Up top?
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. So, you just got to trust your eyes on the field, and we have the surfaces. So there's plenty of technology there to identify what happened. And your own two eyes are a really good place to start.
Were there any plays that you may have wanted to challenge or look at?
No. Our guys up in the box have, replay. So,
All right, thanks, Coach.
go ahead.
So I was just going to ask about the run defense, just how you felt like the
Yeah,
interior
I mean,
specifically.
they outside of the Chris went, really tried to go inside on one play and about made it, and it bounced. We missed a cracker place. Outside of that run, I mean, they had 3.5 yards per carry, which is not great. So, we played the run really well for both joint practices, and tonight, they're going to get 35 runs when they're up by 19 points at halftime. So you're going to defend some of that stuff. But, our guys played tough on defense tonight, and like I said, those guys played well enough for us to win tonight.